Do you feel humiliated when you suddenly become someone despised by the community? I understand that this feeling is truly shameful and painful when others regard you as worthless. But instead of blaming others, reflect on whether you've ever done something foolish in the past, perhaps unintentionally, yet ridiculous enough to provoke others' disdain. Stop deceiving yourself, because those actions may have turned into contemptible habits that anyone can clearly see. It's time to take a hard look at yourself and determine whether you've become inconsiderate or arrogant. And ask yourself whether you have the courage to confront the following signs. I will present the harmful habits in order from mild to severe, ranked from level 1 to 4, as follows. Let's build a community of kindness by subscribing to Stoicism for Success right now and sharing it with those you wish to see live with kindness and strength like us. Let's spread these positive values together. Habit 1. Complaining. Complaining is a common habit, but it severely damages your relationships and the trust others have in you. Of course, everyone sometimes needs to vent to relieve stress, but when it becomes a habit, it doesn't just drain your energy, it also negatively affects those around you. I have fallen into this trap before. When facing difficulties at work, instead of finding solutions, I chose to complain to colleagues and friends whenever I got the chance. Initially, people were sympathetic and willing to listen, but over time, I noticed that conversations became shorter and people started to avoid me. This made me realize that constant complaining doesn't help resolve issues. Instead, it makes the situation and my mood even worse. A memorable personal experience was during a group project at work. A colleague, whom I'll call Lynn, constantly complained about the workload and the challenges the team faced. During each meeting, Lynn would continue her complaints, leading to a loss of morale and making everyone feel demotivated. I began to see that Lynn's behavior mirrored my past self, focusing solely on problems instead of solutions. This not only affected the group's morale, but also decreased overall productivity. To change this habit, I began practicing gratitude and shifted my mindset toward finding specific solutions. Instead of complaining about difficulties, I identified the issues, sought feedback, and proactively made improvements. Stoic philosophy teaches us to focus on what we can control, accept what we cannot change, and maintain a positive attitude. When I applied these principles, my relationships with colleagues and friends improved significantly, and I felt stronger in facing challenges. So, if you find yourself stuck in this habit, take some time for self-reflection. Shift from complaining to taking action, from blaming circumstances to seeking solutions. When you change your approach, not only will your life become more positive, but others will also see you in a new light and respect you more. Habit 2. Interrupting others. Interrupting others is a habit that many people unconsciously develop, but it clearly shows a lack of respect in communication. You may think that you are just showing enthusiasm for the conversation, but in reality, interrupting others makes them feel undervalued and overlooked. I was once guilty of this, often feeling that I had ideas that needed to be shared immediately. I thought it demonstrated passion and intelligence. However, many people perceived it as impatience and disrespect. This habit not only diminishes the quality of conversations, but also seriously affects your relationships with others. I remember once working with a group of colleagues at my previous company. We often had brainstorming sessions to generate new ideas. During these meetings, I frequently jumped in before others could finish their thoughts, trying to offer my opinions prematurely. One day, my manager stopped the meeting and bluntly told me, "You need to let others finish before you share your opinion." I felt embarrassed and realized that I needed to change my communication style. After the meeting, a colleague even added, "Interrupting doesn't just disrupt others' thoughts, it makes them feel like their ideas are less important than yours." This feedback made me reflect deeply on how I had unintentionally hurt others and diminished their contributions. Stoic philosophy emphasizes that listening requires more than just hearing words. It demands patience, attention, and genuine respect for the speaker. To break this habit, I practiced active listening, fully concentrating on the speaker, avoiding the urge to formulate responses prematurely, and only sharing my thoughts once the speaker had finished. This approach not only improved my relationships, but also enriched the conversations. If you want to break this habit, challenge yourself to remain silent and fully listen when others speak, only responding when they have finished. Respect their opinions and feelings, as this not only creates a positive communication environment, but also builds trust and respect from others. Let's come together to support our community. If you are a kind person, please hit the like button on this video and leave some energetic comments to spread positive vibes. Together, we can make a difference. Habit 3. Gossiping. Gossiping is a widespread habit that most people fall into, but no one wants to admit it. Initially, it might seem like a fun way to bond, creating a sense of closeness when sharing secrets about a third person. However, gossip not only damages the dignity and trust of others, but also ruins your own credibility and relationships. This habit can spread suspicion, erode trust, and cause others to perceive you negatively. A personal story that made me realize the harm of gossiping occurred during my time in college. I was part of a friend group that often gathered to discuss others' lives and private matters. At first, it seemed harmless, even enjoyable, because it made us feel closer. But one day, I let slip a story about a classmate named Mai, who I knew had feelings for a popular guy. Instead of keeping it to myself, I shared it with my friends. Everyone laughed, and the story quickly spread. Eventually, Mai found out and was deeply hurt. She not only lost trust in me, but also distanced herself from our group. It was the first time I understood how deeply gossiping could wound someone. Stoics like Epictetus teach us to focus on self-improvement instead of prying into others' lives. Gossiping wastes time and poisons trust between people. When you engage in such negative conversations, others may wonder if you gossip about them in their absence, creating an environment of distrust and betrayal. I learned this the hard way when my own words came back to haunt me. When colleagues discovered I had shared their secrets, our relationships were never the same. To change this habit, focus on constructive conversations. Choose topics that enhance personal growth or benefit others, rather than judging or criticizing. If someone wants to gossip with you, try to steer the conversation toward a more positive topic. Remember, those who gossip with you are likely to gossip about you as well. By stopping the gossip and opting for kinder words, you not only protect others, but also improve your integrity and self-esteem. Habit 4. Betraying friends. Betraying friends is one of the worst habits, not only destroying personal relationships, but also severely damaging your honor and trust. It may involve revealing secrets, not supporting friends in their time of need, or even exploiting them for personal gain. This behavior doesn't just break trust, but makes you unreliable and causes others to distance themselves from you. A personal story that made me realize the destructive nature of this habit happened during my school days. I had a close friend named Tuan, who always trusted me with important aspects of his life. One day, Tuan confided in me about a sensitive family issue and asked me to keep it a secret. However, for a moment of personal gain, I shared the story with another group of friends, hoping to draw attention. Not only did the story spread rapidly, but Tuan also found out that I was the one who had betrayed his trust. The pain in Tuan's eyes upon learning the truth made me feel extremely ashamed and regretful. He not only lost faith in me, but gradually drifted away from our friendship. Stoic philosophy teaches us to focus on building integrity, keeping promises, and valuing others' trust. Betraying friends not only hurts them, but also reveals a lack of honesty and selfishness in yourself. It damages your reputation and causes those around you to question your loyalty constantly. To change this habit, remember that trust is precious. It takes time to build, but can be destroyed instantly. Always put yourself in others' shoes, imagining the pain of betrayal to understand the harm your actions can cause. Never reveal secrets you promise to keep, and never abandon friends for temporary personal gain. Instead, choose to be a trustworthy friend whom others can rely on. Loyalty and integrity will help you build strong and lasting relationships, making you someone others are willing to trust. Thank you for watching this video. Let's support our wonderful community by hitting subscribe and turning on notifications right now. Show everyone that you're living kindly by liking the video and sharing your experiences in the comments. Take action now to spread positive energy.